In his first court appearance, he said he was too broke to hire. Well, he was just broke. He couldn't hire a lawyer. And then you see the social media, and it's this fancy lifestyle. And what stood out to me today was I was just having watched this story, thinking that the debt was so bad that he really was broke. But it doesn't appear that way according to state prosecutors. But a lot of his money seems to be either in Ethiopia where he lives. He's an Italian citizen as well, and also spends time in Canada. If he doesn't have money in US bank accounts, how does that work out as far as figuring out whether he can afford a lawyer or whether he gets a public defender?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this has to do with his access to liquidity and access to these funds, right? Like he might have money, but he can't access it and he can't pay an attorney, then, he's going to have to go with a public defender. And it's an interesting thing. And it's not a knock on public defenders, but a lot of times people who are wealthy do hire and retain attorneys. And so it's an interesting thing to assess because does he gain access to that money? Will he be able to gain access to that money? Does he want to? Because if I were him, I would probably want to, gain access to that money just so that he could select his own attorney. Again, not knocking public defenders, but a lot of times people want to select the attorney that represents them for various reasons. So it is strange to me, if he wouldn't want to access that money to be able to hire a counsel that he gets to choose.